Hello, I'm Bill Bullard with RCAF USA, the voice of the independent cattle producer in the United States of America. Well, it's rather fitting that during the days leading up to our nation's Independence Day celebration, numerous cattle industry groups and individuals took action to reclaim their independence from the 35-year-old government-mandated beef checkoff program. And they did this by launching a nationwide electronic petition that requests the Secretary of Agriculture to conduct a referendum. The type of referendum requested is an up or down vote on the termination of the antiquated beef checkoff program. Now, the beef checkoff program is a government-mandated program. It taxes cattle producers $1 per head for every animal they sell throughout the year. And this costs the U.S. cattle industry about $80 million every year. So when the checkoff first started, cattle producers were led to believe it was a producer self-help program and would be run by fellow cattle producers to help build demand for their American beef. But after being taxed in the amount of about $2.5 billion over the past 35 years, America's cattle producers are learning that the checkoff is not a producer self-help program at all. Instead, it's a government-run program that exclusively conveys government speech, not the speech of independent producers. In fact, every message and every advertisement funded by the beef checkoff is overseen and approved by the U.S. Department of Agriculture. American cattle producers have also learned that the beef checkoff has been operating in violation of our U.S. Constitution in at least 15 states. Those are the states where USDA has been unconstitutionally compelling independent cattle producers to fund the private speech of private state beef councils without the producer's consent. Now, just very recently, the USDA began claiming that it has remedied its 35-year violation of our U.S. Constitution by assuming overarching control over the state beef checkoff programs in those 15 states. But this only further substantiates that this is a government program from beginning to end. Cattle producers also learned from the USDA Office of Inspector General that the beef checkoff provides 82% of the National Cattlemen's Beef Associations, or NCBA's, total funding. And finally, American cattle producers have discovered that the beef checkoff forces them to fund the promotion, research, and advertising for imported beef, which competes directly for grocery store shelf space with the American beef. The beef checkoff does not allow American cattle producers to promote their American beef in their American market, and that renders the entire program unsuitable for the American cattle industry. And so we've joined in the effort to reinstate our industry's independence from this government program, and the petition just now launched is the first step in making that goal a reality. To be successful in causing the Secretary of Agriculture to actually conduct a referendum on the beef checkoff, we need over 88,000 eligible cattle producers to sign the petition. This number represents about 10% of America's cattle producers. Now, that's a lot of signatures, so we need every eligible cattle producer to go to the internet-based petition site that can be accessed at our RCAF USA website at www.r-calfusa.com. And under the heading Latest News, click on the Petition Beef Checkoff Referendum. That will bring up our news release that has a link directly to the petition that you can then sign. Importantly, only eligible cattle producers can sign the petition, and the eligibility requirements are listed right on the petition itself. The main eligibility requirement, though you must meet all of them, is that you must have owned, sold, or purchased cattle from July 2nd of 2020 to July 1st of 2021. So once we obtain the required number of petition signers, and once the Secretary of Agriculture conducts the referendum, then this will be the first time in its 35-year history that the producers who have been forced to pay the checkoff tax will actually have a say regarding what they think of the beef checkoff program. You know, it's never too late to reclaim your independence from government control or corporate control. And now this large group of serious cattle producers is working to give every American cattle producer a voice on this very important issue. If you're an eligible cattle producer, I hope you will sign the petition as quickly as possible, and that you will also share the petition and this information with as many other eligible cattle producers as possible. Well, thank you for helping to support the American rancher. If you'd like to learn more about what R-CALF USA is doing to help the American rancher and all of rural America, please go to our website at www.r-calfusa.com. With that, have a productive week. Thank you and goodbye.